Uh, what else? I was gonna do two things. I was gonna do the LeVar Ball story that has to do with PJ Washington, and this is could be an advice for men because I noticed that's something you wanted and you were interested in doing. Or we can rank privileges.
Rank privileges?
Yeah, I was gonna make
like top 5, top 10. Like what do you mean?
like top 5 privileges that you can have. Because I was gonna make the argument that number one privilege you can have is being a beautiful woman.
Okay, let's do rank privileges because I don't care about I don't care about the LeVar Ball and shit like that. All right,
okay,
let's hear your top 3. So
top 3. Oh man, I only have my top 1. Okay, let me write it down real quick. Okay, so let me give me.
What's your top 3 privileges you think you can have? Let me ask my girl. Baby, what do you think is your top 3 privileges that you can have? Anyone could have.
Anyone can have. I'll say
be male, female, whatever. I don't say man and woman. I might get in trouble. That you could have.
Okay, I got
him. Okay. You got your answer?
Yeah. I changed my mind. Number 1 is being born in a first world country like America. I think that's the number 1.
There you go. Okay. What you can be? His answer was being born in the first world country like America. That is a privilege.
I think that beats everything. I think.
No, that doesn't beat everything. Just things you can put above that.
Yeah, okay, we can talk about it. Let me just give you that top 3. You give me that top 3 later. This one is interchangeable. I must say wealth, being born in a wealthy family.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but you're using the wrong words.
And I'm gonna say being a 10, being a beautiful woman.
And number 1 is being a beautiful woman.
No, number 3 is being number 4.
Being born in a first world country, wealth, and being a beautiful woman. Yeah. Right, that's your top 3?
Yeah.
My top 3 would be, I go backwards. So I'll go 3, being born in a country like America.
Really? Okay.
That'll be my number 3. Number 2 would be being talented.
Okay.
Being talented would be a number 2 privilege. Like not talented to you're better than the average person. I mean extremely talented. Okay. I mean Einstein level of talent. That's a gigantic privilege that one in 10 million people will have that. You know what I mean? That will influence the process of the world.
Okay, I see that.
The number 1 privilege that you can have is power. The number 1 privilege that you can have anywhere in the world is power.
Yeah.
Power means you have access. Power means that you can do. Power means less no's. That's what power is. Power is wealth. Okay. Power is beauty.
I'll give you
power is all that stuff. Power is all that stuff all together. Right?
I'll give you that.
America is powerful because not a lot of people can say no to America. We have access to a lot of things. Power is number 1 in terms of privilege. You know, people think money can be power, beauty can be power, cleverness can be power. A lot of things. It's such a vague term, but that's really probably the number 1 privilege you got is power.
I think, yeah.
I'll go power over yourself is probably the most important, and then power over others is the second important.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. I think. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
I think power is the number 1 privilege you have. My girl said common sense, but that's a horrible answer.
At first I thought that it was gonna be being a beautiful woman, but then I thought to myself, if you're a beautiful woman in like Sudan, I don't think that's a privilege.
Yeah, being beautiful is sometimes can be a curse depending where you're at.
Yeah, I think being a beautiful woman in America, that can give you access to a lot of things early on. But it only works
maybe.
Yeah, but only works in first world countries. That doesn't work like in third world countries where.
But even at a certain point, your beauty your beauty will only match the power of a person that deems you to be beautiful or deems you to be deems you to be beautiful. Because granted, us peasants, us plebeians, us peons can view a person as beautiful, but that does not matter. Because even though that person is beautiful, there's nothing that we can do to give that person anything that would be of substance to
Yeah,
that
but that's
person
what
at
I'm
that
saying at
level.
10. That's what I'm saying at 10. A bona fide 10 that everyone thinks is
All right,
beautiful.
here's a good thing for you. What can you do for a 10?
But that's exactly what I mean. That's what a 10 that everyone
So
views as beautiful.
a 10 does not matter unless that 10 is with someone that's powerful.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're a 10 and everyone thinks you as a 10, a bona fide 10, then that's what I'm saying. Is someone that's powerful, will be like, all right, you're a 10. Shit. That makes sense. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just adding that caveat. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But yeah, that's a good one. Power is a good one. And first world countries, I think that's a privilege. I think people don't pay attention, don't appreciate it as much as they should. Right, especially the what's going on in other countries. If you want to talk about it real quick,
it's definitely. I don't want to talk about it. Gotcha. But it's definitely one of the being born in a place like America, Britain. I mean, Australia now. Australia is fucking crazy. But being born in countries like that is definitely a privilege. The freedoms are very taken for granted. Granted, freedoms are, fighting disappearing like this. But we still have we have enough of a freedom that, if shit goes down, it's not gonna happen like it happened last time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, we have enough freedom for that. We do have enough freedom for that. We have enough freedom to make. We have enough freedom that enough of us can make powerful people bend.
I'll even say that we have enough freedom that we can make problems out of little things. I mean, you know what I mean? There's so many problems in other countries that it's way worse than what we're dealing with, and they're looking at us like, that's what you're worrying about? That's what you're worrying about?
I mean, yeah, like this, bro. Outside of Britain, because that's the only caveat, that's the only outlier to the whole thing. The political system that we have now, in terms of democracy, is the best way to centralize power. Because the most centralized power you can have is a monarchy and dictatorship. But those things don't exist. Those things don't last. And one person controlling everything is a horrible idea. It's always been a horrible idea. But you centralize the power amongst a couple tens of people, and people are more willing to bend. And those 10 people are willing to distribute the power. And if you keep all the power to yourself, shit goes bad. You have to get the power away, which is the problem with a lot of people. You have to get power away for you to stay in power, and you have to keep enough to guarantee that you stay in power. Yeah, chess game. Don't get me wrong, I look at these politicians like, you fucking morons. Look at the fuck you're doing, but whenever I speak that way, don't ever think I think that I'm smarter than they are. I know I'm not smarter than politicians that are in office for the most part. Besides AOC, because she's a fucking dumbass. but for the most part, I don't think I'm smarter than the Obamas. I don't think I'm smarter than the like a lot of people. I'm not smarter than them.
Well, you don't have all the information.
That as well, and it's surrounded by people that are much smarter than me. When Trump, Biden, Obama makes a decision, they are surrounded by some of the smartest people in the world at all times. There is no way I can ever think that, politically, I'm smarter than these guys are. All I can say is I can see the ramifications of some of the decisions they make, but I'm sure they make the decisions for a reason. Granted, it might not be a good reason. It might be a selfish reason for them to more centralize some of the power, but they make decisions for a reason.
Yeah,
you think, for example, you think what happened in Afghanistan was, it looks like a bad decision. It looks like a botched job.
But that's what I mean.
But no one, there's no one stupid enough to think that that was a planned move. That was definitely a planned move.
Or maybe that was, they had maybe a bunch of shitty options, right? And they just were like, well, this option leads to this, but it's better than this, but we just don't know what option B was, right? So we're judging them on option A.
All the advisors that surrounded Biden told them that you shouldn't leave Afghanistan. Every single one told them.
Man, I thought we were giving them credit, man. I thought what we're doing, but fine.
Yeah, no. But that's what I'm saying. So you gotta start thinking like this. Okay, if everyone knows this is a dumb idea. If everyone knows if you do this, you're not gonna be popular. Why do this? Let me tell you why do this. It makes you more money. Man, maybe not Biden, but there's people that make money off of war.
Yeah.
That's all they made money off of war. The last American soldier to die was in 2019, January something in 2019. That's the last American soldier to die. American soldiers are gonna start dying again. War is gonna start dying. War is gonna start happening. We just gave up billions of dollars of equipment to the Taliban. Now we have someone to fight.
Like copters and shit. But let me ask you something. This is just off topic. Do you think that America, in a way, has to start minding their own business? Kind of just let them.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like stay out the Middle East?
Just stay out. Even before all of this debacle happened, I understand that we invaded. Apparently, it was not because of there were nukes. It was because of oil. There was resources there in the Middle East. I understand that. Correct me if I'm wrong in anything that I'm saying. But as an American, do you feel, or do you think that we should just not mess with other people's business? We should not risk our soldiers for.
No.
Okay.
No. I think we. I think that, and it's gonna be a very unpopular opinion, and it's because I understand the scope of the issue, and this is where perspective and scope become a really big thing, right? So if you make the self decision, like I don't want no one from where I live to die. I don't want them to die no more. I want them to stay here. I want them to be safe. That's the obvious answer that everyone wants to hear. That's the political answer. That's the everyone wants the soldiers home. Everyone wants their families home, right? Everyone wants that shit. No, but here's the thing. When's the last time Japan went to war?
I have no idea.
Since we bombed their asses, they haven't gone to war since. You know
why? They don't have an army.
They don't have an army.
We're the army.
You want to know why?
Yeah,
we have an army there. So we have an army there, right? When's the last time a foreign nation attacked America directly? It's been since Pearl Harbor. That was the last time. That's the last time that happened. Okay, so never happened again. Okay, we have armies stationed all over the world in hot zones that if shit went down, we have people there to go handle it.
Gotcha.
Now, if you give, okay, for example, let's go with Russia. If America stays out of the Middle East, Russia's going to go in. China's going to go in. They're going to go in. Their governments are similar when it comes to authoritative governments. They're all similar, and you want a presence somewhere in that hemisphere of the world, right? We have Britain, but I don't know enough about British politics to know where the armies are stationed to have a real viewpoint on how Britain is running shit. All I know is the places we only own Alaska because it's close to Russia. We don't own fucking Alaska for the resources. They're granted, they have a lot of resources. That was a happy happenstance. But we got Russia because it's fucking a couple miles off the coast of Russia. If you want to shoot you want to fuck up Russia? There you go. You have a good spot right there. You want to fuck up China? You want to get to Russia quick? We have Japan.
Okay.
Korea's an ally.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So you're saying this mainly about self-protection, right? It's not about solving other people's issues. Because the reason I say that is because if it was about solving other people's issues, shouldn't we go to Korea? Because Korea is what are they doing massive genocide right now?
No, yeah, but it's never been about that.
But it's been about self-protection.
People think it's about policing. Is less about policing. It's more about us. It's maneuvering the world in a way that no threat can come to us.
Gotcha. Okay, that gives me a different view. Yeah, it gives me definitely a different view on the whole conflict.
Something that it's perspective is we don't mind our business. You know, if you look at the scope, you look back. Let's go. Another case. No one on the Western Hemisphere has been attacked by a foreign country since Pearl Harbor. There has not been another country that has gone to war.
Okay,
on our side of the country.
Yeah, there's been terrorist attacks, in France and all that, but no major conflicts.
No major wars have happened on our side of the world at all.
Yeah,
we had that shit on lock. We won't allow that shit to happen, and that's why we have shit set up the way it is. Oh shit, I got a low battery. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's a good way to end the topic and end this whole conversation. I got to put this iPad to charge.
All right.
Well,
Well, yeah, that's
guys,
it.
this has been the Dot Podcast. As always, I've been your host. Any closing words from the Platina?
No, stay thick, boys. I had a funny story,
Stay
but we're
thick.
gonna end it. You need to go. Stay thick. Get the cuffs.
There you go. Talk to you guys.
All right, brother. Take it. Where the fuck is this?